The kid line. What more can I say? Welcome to From Center Ice. My name is Courtney, and once again, I am here to recap some NHL playoff hockey. Not the night that was this time, since this recap is a bit delayed, but better late than never, right? I wasn't feeling too hot yesterday, so I'm rocking it out today before Game 2 tonight. Which means I am here to talk about Game 1 between the New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And what a game they gave us! The East is no longer boring, I will tell you that. At least after Game 1. Hopefully Game 2 also delivers. So let's just jump into talking about the goals here. And the scoring started early. 1 minute and 11 seconds into the first period before taking a hit in the middle of the ice. Frank Vatrano got the puck into the offensive zone for the Rangers. Mika Zibanejad chased it down the right wing. He faked a slap shot, did not take the shot. He passed it over to Chris Kreider, who was cutting down the center of the ice. And Kreider just wristed that puck stick side on Andrei Vasilevskiy. 1-0 Rangers. What a freaking goal that was. Oh my goodness, it was beautiful. I watched the replay again today just so I could, refresh my brain a little bit. And I think I celebrated as hard watching the replay today as I did when it happened live, because it was just so nice. Oh my goodness, what a goal. Speaking of nice goals, 7 minutes and 18 seconds into the first period, Tampa Bay had the New York Rangers absolutely plastered into their own end of the ice. Andrei Vasilevskiy came up with the puck on the left wall and sent it to Steven Stamkos at the point. Stamkos passed it over to Jan Rutta on the right point and got himself wide open at the top center of the ice, wound up that stick. Jan Rutta, noticing that a guy who is much better at scoring goals than him is wide open for the one-timer, got the puck back to Steven Stamkos, who absolutely blasted that one-time slap shot past Igor Shesterkin's stick. Now, I can fully appreciate this goal now knowing that the Rangers won this game, but oh my goodness, what a shot from Steven Stamkos. If you are a fan of one-time goals or of slap shots like I am, you have to go watch that replay if you missed it. Even if you saw it live, go watch it again. Actually, go watch the replay of the first goals from both teams, because oh my goodness. If that first period of Game 1 set the tone for the rest of this series, we are in for a treat. If the first game set the tone for the rest of this series, we are in for an even bigger treat. So, the game went 1-1 into the first intermission. Off to the second period. 7 minutes and 50 seconds into the second period, Chris Kreider got the puck in the defensive zone, sent a nice long stretch breakout pass to Adam Fox. In the middle of the ice, he passed it over to Frank Vatrano to break it into the offensive zone up the middle. But as Vatrano was entering the zone, the Tampa Bay defenders knocked the puck away from him, but Adam Fox was there to get in their way so they could not clear the puck. Frank Vatrano followed the puck, he was able to get it back, and he just hung out in the high slot for just a moment. He was basically just standing still trying to see where he could put this puck, and he just decides to send a wrister toward Andrei Vasilevskiy. And it went in! 2-1 Rangers. But not even a minute later, Andrei Vasilevskiy breaks into the offensive zone down the left side. He hits Steven Stamkos in the middle of the zone with a pass. Keandre Miller, defenseman for the Rangers, catches up with Stamkos, but Steven Stamkos is very good at hockey. He spins around, gets a somewhat spinorama backhanded shot toward Igor Shesterkin, but Shesterkin makes the save. Unfortunately for the Rangers, Andrei Vasilevskiy followed up the play after dishing off the puck to Stamkos. He picked up the puck on his backhand in front of the net, sent it back the way he came, and it went in stick side on Igor Shesterkin. 2-2 tie game once again. And the kids were just not going to have that. 10 minutes and 9 seconds into the second period, Justin Braun, defenseman for the New York Rangers, took a shot from the point. Filip Chytil tipped it out front, but the puck went wide. Alexis Lafreniere got the puck on the left half wall. He sent it back down to Filip Chytil in the left corner. Chytil passed the puck to Kaapo Kakko, who was hanging out behind the net, and after he passed the puck, he cut to the front of the net. Kaapo Kakko held on to the puck for a minute, let his teammates get open, and the Tampa Bay defenders were just caught puck watching, not really doing anything here. Because of that, and luckily for the Rangers, Filip Chytil got himself wide open in the slot. Kaapo Kakko hit him with the perfect pass. Filip Chytil got that one-timer shot off into the net. It went past Vasilevskiy's glove. 3-2 Rangers. Then about 5.5 minutes later, 15 minutes and 43 seconds into the second period, it was the Rangers' turn to absolutely hem Tampa Bay in their own zone. This shift was just crazy. The Rangers basically had the puck on the string and Tampa could not do anything about it. But eventually Tampa did get a stick on the puck, and when they tried to clear it, Adam Fox jumped up at the blue line and knocked it down to keep it in the zone. From the right point, he skated up a bit to the right half wall, got it to the center of the ice where Alexis Lafreniere got a stick on it, tapped it over to the left point to K'Andre Miller. Miller skated up into the left circle, found the passing lane through the center of the ice, and K'Andre sent a beautiful pass over to the right circle where Filip Chytil was waiting for it. He one-times that thing into the net again. 4-2 Rangers. That play was beautiful. I don't know where all of these perfect, beautiful passing plays were coming from the Rangers, especially against the Tampa Bay Lightning, but oh my goodness, what a game the New York team had. And 4-2 was how it went into the second intermission. On to the third period. And 30 seconds into the third period, Andrew Copp picked up the puck in the neutral zone, broke into the offensive zone, basically on a 2-on-1 with Artemi Panarin, Sergachev being the only defender back. Now, two other Lightning players were hustling their way back into the zone and did get back, but not before Copp could send the pass across the ice to Artemi Panarin, who actually took a shot from the left circle, and stick side on Andrei Vasilevskiy it went. 5-2 Rangers. Artemi Panarin has to have the best shooting percentage in the playoffs this year because the guy will just not shoot the puck. But when he does, it goes in the net. He has been very maddening to watch, but lately he has gotten some very good assists and then finally shot the puck again and got that goal, which I was so happy to see, not only because it gave the Rangers another goal, but because Panarin finally shot the puck and got a goal himself. But they were not done. 6 minutes and 6 seconds into the third period, the New York Rangers were on a power play, and Mika Zibanejad had taken 2 slap shots from his left circle spot, but they would not go in. But after those 2 attempts, Adam Fox had the puck at the point. He sent it over to Artemi Panarin, who was up high on the right wall. And once again, Artemi Panarin did not take the shot, but he did get another beautiful assist when he passed that puck over to Mika Zibanejad, who on the third try bashed that one-timer past Andrei Vasilevskiy. Third time is the charm, and the Rangers had a 6-2 lead. And that, my friends, was how the game ended. The New York Rangers beat the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 1 at Madison Square Garden, so they have the 1-0 series lead. Now, Tampa Bay is on a ridiculous streak. I believe it's 18 straight games where after a loss in the playoffs, they have come back and won. So, the Rangers have that going against them tonight, but they are also on a home winning streak. So, one of these streaks has to end tonight. Which one will it be? We shall see. But man, man, what a good game. The Rangers came out, they were fired up. Tampa didn't look too bad. They did have 9 days off leading into this game, and you can kind of tell they were a bit disjointed. I would expect a better effort from them tonight, but the Rangers just played a great home game. They were just cutting up the Tampa Bay defense left and right and cutting into Andrei Vasilevskiy. I believe sometime in the second period, the Rangers had already scored more goals on Tampa Bay than the Florida Panthers did all series. So we are definitely not getting the snooze fest that was the Battle of Florida in the second round. And we didn't talk about Igor Shesterkin a whole lot in this video, but he came up with some massive saves for the Rangers, especially in the first period. The shots on goal in the first were 12-8 in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they had some great scoring chances, but Shesterkin was there to stop them. And then just over 2 minutes into the third period, the Lightning were on a power play, and after some commotion in the crease, Shesterkin went down to the ice and was like holding his head, and then every nerve ending inside of my body just shouted, "Oh no!" all at the same time. It was intense. And it happened so fast that I didn't really see what happened live, but on the replay, you can see that Steven Stamkos kind of hits him up high with his gloves and his stick. Totally not intentional. At least I don't think it was intentional. Stamkos really isn't that type of player. And it really didn't look bad. It wasn't malicious. I believe Stamkos was just trying to go for a loose puck, but then Shesterkin goes down, and it's just a terrifying thought for the Rangers and Rangers fans. Now, he was able to stay in the game, which was great, and he looked no worse for the wear after that. So I am hoping that it was kind of a dive from Shesterkin there, looking to get a call or looking to get a whistle since Tampa was on the power play. Now, I very much do not like when goaltenders dive like that to get a whistle, so that would be kind of annoying if that were the case, but it's better than him having a head injury. So that is why I hope it was a dive. And while the hit didn't really look to be intense or malicious, like I said, you also just never know with head injuries. Sometimes concussions come off of a play that looks like absolutely nothing. So again, I hope it was embellishment from Shesterkin just because I don't want him to have a head injury, but you really just never know when it comes to stuff that happens up high on any player. But once again, that was not intentional on Stamkos' part, and I just want to make that very clear. I'm not here trying to vilify him. So that is going to be all for me in this video. Game 2 is tonight. If you are a Rangers fan, how you feeling? If you are a Tampa Bay fan, how you feeling? Let me know down in the comments. If you would like to hear more from me or from Center Ice, you can head on over to FromCenterIce.com. There's links to all the places you can find us over there. If you want to follow along on social media, all of the links to those platforms are down in the description for you. There will also be a brand new happy hour podcast tonight, so stay tuned for that as well. Maybe some post-game watching for you after game 2 tonight. So if you aren't subscribed to this channel yet, go ahead and do that. Give this video a like because that would make me so very happy. But all of that being said, thank you all so very much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you, and let's hope for another exciting game tonight. I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye guys.